What's up, guys? Derek here. We are back reacting to another episode of The Mandalorian. This is season 1, episode 4. Last time on The Mandalorian, we had a super awesome episode. The Mandalorian brought Baby Yoda back to the people that paid him. He collected his bounty, got some sweet new Beskar steel armor, and then was about to head out, and then was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Decided to come back to save this Baby Yoda, and ended up taking on like the whole town. He fought a bunch of stormtroopers, and then a huge shootout in the middle of town, and he gets saved by the rest of his Mandalorian crew, which was really, really exciting. I thought the episode was beautifully directed. Deborah Chow did a wonderful job, and I learned that she's going to be like the showrunner slash main director for the Obi-Wan series. So if she can bring the same level of quality to that show, we're going to be in for a treat with the Obi-Wan series. I think people are already super excited for it, but like having that kind of expectation going in, it's gonna be so cool. I'm really excited. This episode, I don't know what's gonna happen. I assume he's on the run from these people somewhere. I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's like essentially Joel from The Last of Us now, just hanging out with this kid. I wonder if he's gonna, I don't even know what he's gonna do. Like, how's he gonna take care of this kid? What do Baby Yodas eat? He's got to figure that out. I assume we're gonna meet some new characters in this episode. I feel like we've met new characters in every episode we've watched so far. Still waiting for Ming-Na Wen's character to come up. I don't remember what episode she's supposed to be in, but that'll be exciting. For people that watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know who that is. She also played the original Mulan. What else? I don't know who's directing this episode, but I assume we'll find out at the end. This is another, this one's more actually like in line lengthwise with a normal TV show. This is 42 minutes. But I assume that includes like the credits after. So yeah, it's still somewhat on the shorter side, but this one's more in line with what a normal show would be. Still pumped. It's gonna be awesome. It'll be interesting to see like who they send after Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. Like, I assume they're gonna have to pay those people a lot of money, so it's either gonna be just a huge mass of people going after him because everyone wants to get that prize, or it's gonna be like select high quality bounty hunters like himself. So I think it'll step up like the overall quality of, I don't know what I'm saying. We might see some pretty cool bounty hunters come after him if this is the case. We might see maybe the IG droid again, possibly others, who knows. So far I'm really enjoying this show. It's probably one of the best shows of the year. I think it'll go down as one of the best shows of the year, looking back. And even if it wasn't Star Wars, if this was like just a regular Western, I think it would still be incredible. But it being Star Wars just makes me like it that much more because I love Star Wars. But yeah, I'm pumped for this episode. You guys should be pumped too. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, head down to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. If you want to see more of The Mandalorian, make sure you subscribed. Leave a like on this video so it gets seen more. And a reminder, this is not a market substitute for the original episode. Go on to Disney Plus to watch that. But yeah, let's just jump right into the episode. Is he gonna land here, or is this in the past? Pillboy! Dip? Oh, Dip? Pillboy's in this? Ooh. These look like orcs from Lord of the Rings.
Stop touching things.
Yes.
Let's see. Sorgan. Looks like there's nothing. You stay. Don't move. Understand? Great.
That was a shot from the trailer, I think. Just let him come with you.
Oh, what the hell? Come on.
Yeah. You gonna leave your kid in the car? A Lothcat from Rebels? Ooh, she's a featured character. What's her name? Cara Dune. Ooh, Footprints End. Look up. Why is she so angry with him?
Want some soup?
Sun must have actually mopping up after Endor.
Pillboy? Wonder if Jason's here anywhere.
Well, looks like they're happy to see us.
Looks like. How long has it been since you've taken that off?
Yesterday.
I mean, in front of someone else.
I wasn't much older than they are.
It's gotta feel lonely.
Happy that they took me in. My parents were killed, and the Mandalorians took care of me.
I'm sorry.
This is the way.
This is the way.
And something big sheared off those branches.
PTSD.
Imperial Walker.
Ooh, that's not good at all.
Bad news. Can't live here anymore.
Hi. Nice, but it's like there.
You think you can do better?
You cannot fight that thing.
You can try.
Unless we show them how.
You gonna train them?
Okay. Who knows how to shoot?
None of them. Oh, her. How does she know how to shoot? Come on, Pillboy.
One.
Okay, where the heck did she learn how to shoot? She's like that prodigy Russian dude in Barry. Hopefully she doesn't get domed. Oof. Yeah, you should probably leave this little area. It's gonna blow up soon. Shot some holes through it to weaken its structural integrity, and then just dove on through. Yeah, you're gonna want to run. It's gonna stop right there. That driver's smart.
I'll cover you.
Ooh, solid shot. Nice. It's like chucking grenades into a bunker. Nice work. Pill boy? Yeah, son?
I'm after you and kill you?
No. You just can't ever put it back on again.
That's it? So you can slip off the helmet and settle down with that beautiful young widow and raise your kid sitting here sipping spotchka?
You know, we raised some hell here a few weeks back.
See? There's already people here trying to get it.
We want you to stay. The community's grateful. You can pack all this away in case there's ever trouble. You and your boy can have a good life. You could be a child for a while.
It's not him, though.
Won't that be nice?
He's not gonna let her do it. They're gonna shoot. Frick.
I don't belong here. But he...
No, 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 no. Frick.
Go get the kids.
Thank goodness. Yeah, you can't stay here now. Maybe he'll come back to this planet at the end of the season or later on and settle down with this lady.
But we're gonna bypass the town and head right to the Razor Crest.
Well then, until our paths cross.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping she'd come along. Ooh, detonation. I'm just kidding. That would be horrible. Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard. How you doing, girl? I forgot that she was directing an episode. That was pretty good. Okay, that was another really good episode. I think going in, we knew that, like, as soon as they got to this planet, you kind of knew they weren't going to be there for very long. I mean, I don't want to say it was, like, crazy predictable, but I feel like that is kind of a common trope, almost, of a, lone gunslinger, not necessarily trying to, like, settle down, but, like, they find their way into a town. They're just kind of chilling for a bit, and then, like, conflict inevitably comes to this town. They have to protect it, and then they move on at the end. And so we kind of knew, I think we could kind of all infer that he wasn't going to be there for long, but I think they set it up in a way where some of the dynamics involved, especially between him and the main woman there, kind of set up some dynamics that, down the road, once they've kind of cleared this conflict that they're in, that him and Baby Yoda could find their way back to this planet, possibly. I think my guess is at some point we'll revisit this planet without them being there. Like, it'll just be the villagers, but they'll be visited by, like, the Grief Karga and his band of bounty hunters, and they might cause some pain on these people trying to find them. And maybe he has to come back to help them again, or maybe he just comes back when the conflict is done completely. But I think he'll revisit these people later on. But yeah, he was enjoying it there. Like, him and that lady had some serious romantic vibes going on. Like, they were into each other, and she can't even see his face, so she just, like, she must not have been around some viable men. I mean, the only guy that's there is Pillboy. We all know Pillboy. Him and Jason just getting up to shenanigans down in Jacksonville. That's The Good Place reference for those of you who are confused about me constantly saying Pillboy and oh dip. Just watch The Good Place, you'll understand. Yeah, so maybe he was the only viable man that has come around recently. They did say she was a widow, so that maybe plays into it. But yeah, I could see those two. I mean, they even Cara Dune brought it up in the episode. Like, he could settle down with her and have a little mini family with her and the two kids, the little girl and the Baby Yoda. A part of me wants that to happen. I think that would be really nice for them. But another part of me really wants Baby Yoda to get a lightsaber and become a Jedi. I think some of that is just because, obviously, but then I'm also playing through Jedi Fallen Order, so it's like I'm being constantly reminded of how awesome it is to use a lightsaber in combat. So I want that to happen for Baby Yoda. I want the Jedi Order to be rebuilt on the down low. And then I want Baby Yoda to connect with the main storyline of Star Wars. Maybe get his own spin-off movie. That would be brilliant. What else? What else happened? Yeah, Baby Yoda was a hit among all these kids, obviously. I mean, it's like a mix between like a dog and like a little toddler, so it's like, of course everyone's gonna love it. And they're all devastated to see him go I would be too. Like, if anything bad happens to this Yoda, I'm gonna flip out. I will be so mad. It's like when Hodor, the hold the door scene in Game of Thrones, when that happened, I was so angry for like a week until the next episode came out. And I think that would be like 1/1,000,000th of my anger if something happened to this. I would be so mad. I'd probably stop watching this show completely if they killed off or hurt Baby Yoda. Oh, like hands down, like Baby Yoda is one of the top 5 things to ever come out of Star Wars. I'll say it right there. Maybe over exaggerating, but he's brilliant and I love him. What are my other thoughts? The training sequence, that was pretty cool. Like, that's another typical thing that a typical trope in this type of storyline of seeing the main character kind of train up these people who aren't really experienced in guns and that type of combat. The most recent example I can think of that I saw was in the show Barry on HBO, where he trains up these Russian or like Ukrainian kids to be soldiers in this drug war, and they all suck, obviously, but then there's always the one person that's like incredible randomly. I won't spoil what happens to that person in Barry, but it's not great. So hopefully this lady doesn't meet any untimely fates. I am interested to know, like, how was she so good? Like, was she just naturally good, or did she previously have some training? Like, it was her husband like a warrior or something, and he died, and he had taught her how to do stuff, maybe? Did she come to this town from the outside as well, or did she like grow up in this town? Because she was like pinpoint accurate with that thing. She was really good. And we might not find out those answers till later. Big things we learned, I guess, about the Mandalorian himself is he does take his helmet off. Like, she asked him, when's the last time you took that off? He said yesterday. So he takes his helmet off often, presumably to eat and drink. But the last time he took off in front of someone was when he was a kid. So like when he was a little kid, and he was still being brought up in the Mandalorian way. And so we learned that you can take the helmet off in front of someone, but you're not allowed to put it back on again after that. So I think he part of that is probably like the reason he's still hasn't taken it off in front of someone is because like that's the Mandalorian culture, and he feels this like immense sense of gratitude and kinsmanship to the Mandalorians for saving him. Like, his parents died, obviously, and the Mandalorians saved him. So like part of that might be just like gratitude for them saving him, but also like the fact that they are now, up until he found Baby Yoda, they're the only family he has. And family has deep impacts on people. So like, even if he, like, no matter where he goes, I think he'll carry aspects of them with him. And one of those things he sticks with is the Mandalorian culture of weapons and not taking off your helmet and all this. I mean, I'm sure there has been Mandalorians who took their helmet off plenty. Like Star Wars Rebels, there's a whole group of Mandalorians that took their helmets off. One of the main characters, Sabine. I feel like she's taken her helmet off plenty. So I'm not 100% sure like where those two ideologies disconnect or meld together. But at least in his little tribe or section of Mandalorians, they do not take off their helmet in front of other people. That might be outside of Mandalore. Maybe on Mandalore you're completely allowed to take your helmet off. Who knows? I think that's something that would be interesting to find out later on as well. But in the meantime, when he's around other people, he just has to drink through a straw. And then he just saves his drinking time for when he's not in front of people. I wonder if he'll probably take his helmet off for Baby Yoda. Yeah, he'll definitely take his helmet off for Baby Yoda. Maybe he'll hide Baby Yoda that way. They'll be trying to find Baby Yoda, and he'll be like, hide under. No one's gonna find you, because they'll walk around and just see the helmet on the ground. They'll have no idea that Baby Yoda's inside just looking out, keeping him safe. That would actually be really clever. Like, if he had to hide Baby Yoda during a fight, like, and not worry about him being taken, he could just set Baby Yoda under the helmet and he'd hide and watch the whole battle unfold, and he would do his thing outside of it. Like, catch him by surprise because they think that he's dead or something. Who knows? Now I'm just like coming up with random things and rambling again. Yeah, bounty hunters already came to the planet, so they had to bail. I wonder where they're gonna go next. They'll obviously try and find another low population place, but I don't know if they even will, because I think they're aware that, I mean, even right away, a bounty hunter found them, so they might be like cognizant that running isn't necessarily the most viable strategy, and eventually they will get caught. So they might have to just go to the strategy of just taking these people head on and being like, you know what? I'm just gonna come kill you, and then you can't pay people to hunt me down. But we'll find out, I guess. We still don't know exactly what the Emperor wants the Yoda for, because like, we don't even know necessarily if they need it for anything scientific, because it might just be part of their plan to eliminate any force-sensitive individuals. Like, I think, if I remember correctly, that was an initiative or procedure that they were doing post Revenge of the Sith, and through the original trilogy up there, like, anyone that was force sensitive, they were kind of eliminating to reduce the possibility of future Jedi that could interfere with Sith and Empire activity. So it could just be the fact that they're trying to eliminate any force sensitive individuals, but depending on if they actually need stuff from the Yoda, I think they'd try and get it. But everyone other than the Mandalorian has gotten the directive to kill it. I don't know. That's another thing I really want to know. Like, I want to know why they want the Yoda alive, because initially they wanted it alive. I mean, you can pretty much assume why they want it dead, but I think it's more interesting to find out why they want it alive. I think future episodes, I think they're going to have to, I think it would be beneficial somewhat to maybe shift up the formula of like what happens, because if every episode is just they go to a new planet, try and lay low, and then get in a fight, I think the quality of the season will suffer. So hopefully next episode and episodes after that is not kind of just like the same thing. Like, I loved what we saw, but if we just see the same thing over and over again, it'll get stale. And it hasn't gotten stale yet. So I think finding that balance between showing cool stuff and then keeping it fresh throughout the season will be really exciting. I want to see, like, I assume he and Baby Yoda will stick together at least for the remainder of this season. Like, they'll be together for the remainder of the season. There's a potential that at the end of the season they'll separate, you know, once he maybe finds a safe place for this Yoda to be. You know, he might have a different story for season 2, or they might stay together for season 2, because season 2 is happening. Either way, I'm pumped for it. I think that's all my thoughts on this episode, though. So if you liked what you saw, either in terms of the episode or my reaction, please leave a like on this video. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the episode. What do you think is going to happen next? If you want to see my full-length reaction to this episode, head down to the Patreon link in the description. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I got. So I will see you next week for episode 5. And yeah, it'll be exciting. See you there. Signing off. Peace.